It was Rish Chedesh Nissen Tovshin Chof Tes. So Michoel Lipskier, who used to be the Shliach in Morocco, I think by then already he was not there anymore, but he was the Shliach in Morocco before. So through him, from the Mesid Ola Yosef Yitzchak in the city of Meknes in Morocco, they sent a Sefer Torah to the Rebbe. And he brought the Sefer Torah into the Rebbe in the morning. The Rebbe came for Kriyas HaTorah, so he brought the Sefer Torah into the Rebbe. The Rebbe accepted the Sefer Torah, told him Ayashakeach, and told him Chamer Lamora to Musa L'Shakia. And then the Rebbe came took the Sefer Torah and brought it into the Oren Kodesh by the minyan upstairs. After davening, the Rebbe gave over that Michoel Lipskier should sit down and make a little Farbrengen and tell over what's going on in Morocco. So Michoel Lipskier went to the table that's opposite of where the Rebbe sat, opposite the Oren Kodesh, closer to the wall of Merkaz, or Maskiras. And he sat down there, and a few people sat down and took out a little bottle of mashke and little small kelishkes, and mashke and poured people kelishkes, and they started like a shtickle farbrengen. Remember, I was standing by my table where I davened, which is by the wall, by the window to the Cheder Sheni, by the door, close to the door of the Cheder Sheni. I'm standing there actually in the middle of putting out in the Tom's Tefillin, and there by this other table, Michoel Lipskier was sitting there and, talking, saying L'chaim. I have heard later, we heard that Rabbi Chadukov told somebody after davening that the Bochrim shouldn't rush to go to breakfast like they always right after davening go to breakfast. They should wait a little bit. I don't know, we didn't hear about it. So anyway, I was there, and all of a sudden I turn around, I see the Rebbe walk in. No one expected it. So the Rebbe walked in and walked over to the place where Michoel Lipskier was sitting, which means he walked through by the table, sat down on the bench right next to Michoel Lipskier. He sat down on the bench, which with his back to the window, on the bench. And the Rebbe, if I remember correctly, I think Michoel Lipskier took a little kelishik and poured in some l'chaim and put it on by the Rebbe. But I think the Rebbe, if I remember correctly, I think the Rebbe brought out his own wine. The Rebbe said l'chaim. And then afterwards, the Rebbe started saying the Maimer. So we saw, and I was standing there, Rabbi Mentlik was standing actually next to me, and we saw the Rebbe come in and sat down. So we ran over. Actually, I was almost putting out and holding my Rebbe in Townsville, and I put it down. I ran together with Rabbi Mentlik. We went over to that table, and we stood on the side, and the Rebbe started the Maimer. And when he finished the Maimer, the Rebbe got up and he walked out.